Francis E Dec, being a lawyer, contests that the situation is illegal. He files a bunch of lawyers speak documents, but a lot of them are dismissed, mainly because he files that the case isn't being prosecuted 5 days before he's about to go into court. But he cycles through 2 different lawyers and then decides that he's gonna represent himself. And you may think, oh, being a lawyer is great. But if you talk to any crime YouTuber, they will tell you representing yourself in your own case is probably the worst thing you can do, even if you're a trained lawyer, because you're facing prison. And you think, I don't want someone to aseptically analyze my case and see whether or not I really am guilty. I'm just gonna represent myself. I know what's best for me. I guess congrats for keeping it real. But he also takes the absolute worst method of self-representation, not citing any legal documents, and basically just calling everyone involved an idiot. He takes the Dale Brooks method. He just goes in, insults everyone involved, he implies that the jury and trial are fixed, and he just says so outright as the trial goes on and it turns against him. And near the end of the year, the court orders a psychological examination on him, of which I can find no results on. He's sentenced to 5 years hard labor, maximum sentence on probation, and automatic disbarment from the New York State Bar. He never knew defeat, though. I will give him that. He had the, I don't know if it's audacity, the drive, the will to power. This man goes all the way up to the literal Supreme Court of the United States. However, from 1959 and onward, he has absolutely no income. You may think he wants to get a job at a corner store or, you know, something, but no, he has no income, from his own words. And once again, this reason's lost to time, but he violates his probation. The court system legitimately tells him that he should get a lawyer, because remember, this is after he self-represents himself. He gets in there, he walks in, and either, you know, they give him the Dale Brooks look, or like the look that judges give people where they're like, oh, you're obviously insane, and this is gonna be a slam dunk trial if I just, you know, give you every opportunity to not fuck up. They give him that look, and they say, get a lawyer. But no. Francis E Dec represents himself. He then gets sent to a mental hospital again for examination and is detained. He's detained in jail for a month, and they tell him to go to a mental hospital and get an examination, and then he's released. The also funnier thing is that they let the probation charges go. They just, the way it's phrased in the source that I'm reading from, it's kind of phrased like the state just doesn't want to pursue it. They have bigger fish to fry, you know, it's New York City, it's gonna drag out for like 100 years. It's very unclear. I just think the state gave up. They're like, it's not worth prosecuting this guy we obviously know is insane.